Happy June. Greg just reporting in with a quick update. And the topic of today's session is talk about the necessity of an emergency reserve fund. And that's an interesting question. We get that in the field quite often from our clients. So I thought I'd take a minute just to explain what we think that should look like for each of our clients from an optimal standpoint. How we like to see an emergency reserve fund is anywhere from, if you're younger, 6 months of your spend. If you're retired, 12 months to 24 months of your spend maximum should be held in an emergency reserve fund. This is used for not only emergencies, but in addition, opportunities. What we see in our experience is this. Many of our clients have an emergency reserve bucket that's now overflowing, meaning that they keep piling the reserves on top of the reserves. And what that translates into is an underutilization of these dollars that could be redeployed to do better over the long term. Conversely to that, during review meetings, sometimes we'll ask, how are things looking for your slush funds, your emergency reserves? And sometimes they're below the threshold that we had set. And that means usually one of two things. Either capital improvements or vacationing caused the money to be used, or expenses have risen that's causing an ongoing bleed of that account. Now, if that's the case, we should be having a conversation. That means that, not that it's an overspending situation, but an underfunded situation is occurring. So in either case, at our next review meeting, this is something we'll probably want to review with you. If your emergency reserve bucket is overflowing because you keep adding to it, there's an opportunity that you might not be taking advantage of that you should. And conversely, if your emergency reserve bucket keeps going down, that's a conversation we need to have to make sure we can shore that up and give the appropriate amount of cash flow to meet the monthly spend needs. That concludes today's video on the essentials of having an emergency reserve bucket, the necessity thereof. Make it a great day.